Hey man, but now we're gonna get straight to it. So talking about, slowly getting, I mean, it's only a 2 weeks left in 2020. I know we want to talk about music. So started off, I know at first I started off saying like the album that like, you mostly like, but I was just like looking, I was just like, I listen to a lot of stuff, even so much so that like I kind of like caught on to some like 2019 stuff like super late in 2020.
Yes,
That,
sir.
like, and like I was just like, I gotta jam, like I can't, I gotta keep this in my rotation. So now the one album, if you forced me to choose like the one album like I stayed listening to that I like, no skip, soon as I played it, was T Grizzly, The Smartest. That album is hard. It's the album coming off of unfortunately his aunt slash manager JB being killed. And man, that dude, he got the street bars, but he also so like lyrical with it. And I've been rocking with him since first day out. Activated. I forget his debut album. I forget his debut album. But yeah, T Grizzly, The Smartest, for me, that was the album so far that like I just like stuck with the most. Now, two artists actually that I kind of like up and coming or whatever. One like mainstream, one is like a Houston local rapper. So the mainstream guys that I've been jamming a lot, that I just like his music, is Sada Baby. I don't know if y'all like listen to Sada Baby,
Yeah.
but he from
yeah. Sada is actually a little more established now since Nicki Minaj hopped on his remix to the whole lot of chocolate. Yeah, you did, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And so I mean, yeah, and then he had a verse with he did a feature with the Pac-Man.
Oh, BF the Pac-Man, right?
Also
who also from Detroit.
Yeah.
Who lives in Houston too.
But his stuff by himself though, like him on his own tracks, Sada be snapping. Sada be snapping. And so local artists, it's a guy by the name of DTR Duty, out of Houston. The dude, if you listen to his music, you can see one, he in his own lane. Two, he has just a unique flowing style that's like so different than everybody else. And it's not him trying to force himself to be different. It's just like organically like who he is. And so he got a project out with his partner Tino 3 Time called I believe it's DTR to the Heart. So probably put all that stuff in the link below so y'all can go check out DTR Duty, who is a local rap artist in Houston, along with his partner Tino 3 Time. And so and just I got some honorable mentions also. Sedataious. I remember vividly you putting me on to Fabulous's Loso's way back in the day. And I was jamming it during the quarantine. I was just like, man, I know Fab got a whole bunch of more new stuff out. And man, when I tell you I ran across that Summertime 3 shootout, oh my God. Fab is like up there as one of the like lyricists of like all greatest lyricists of all time.
Yes, he is.
Like
he definitely underrated for sure.
Bro, like ridiculously underrated. So Summertime 3 shootout was definitely heavy in my rotation. And just a couple more albums that kind of like recently came out that I kind of just like still be like listening to, but I mean they just came out, so I haven't been listening to them heavy, but I like them. Is Jeezy, The Recession 2. That's tough in the Rolodex. So Help Me God, 2 Chainz, Savage Mode 2. I gotta listen to Libra a little bit more. I liked it when I first heard it. It's just a whole bunch of music. It's hard to keep up with everything, but I know I like Libra. And y'all know I stay texting y'all in the group chat, which is 2019. Young and May, Her Story in the Making, and that was 2019. But even Christian like Young and May. So that's kind of just what I've been like rocking with, like the music that's been like kind of in my Rolodex. And the 2 songs, now I gave y'all T Grizzly The Smartest, but the 2 songs that kind of like really like spoke to me or like touched me the most, for me for the most part, depending on the content, I consider rap music to like be a part of like my worship, just depending on like the messaging and the content. more so like with Nipsey with his album, but Kirk Franklin's Just For Me and Tie Your Bets, We Gonna Be All Right. Them hoes are out of here.
Baby, we gonna be all right,
bruh. And so if you're just looking for some good spiritual music to feed you, Kirk Franklin, which I think that's probably like 2019 too, but whatever, I was listening to it. Just For Me, Kirk Franklin, and We Gonna Be All Right, Ty Tribbett. Them hoes was hitting. Them hoes was hitting when I was listening to them during the 2020 pandemic year. So yeah, man, that's my music rundown. My playlist for 2020.
Me considering myself a music connoisseur, I'll make this short, sweet, and efficient. I listen to a lot of music daily, so like I always catch artists that dropping new projects, and I just want to make it a point to name some people that probably wouldn't normally be named in other people's lists. First person I want to name is your boy, boy YFN Lucci, man. He actually dropped a very good mixtape earlier in the year called His Story. Play on words, obviously, history. And the deluxe version of the album was called History Lost Pages, which I believe is it's more unorthodox for what he usually puts out. It's more of like a street pain vibe. Let me tell you what I'm going through. Let me tell you what I've been through, and make it into a melodic, sound that you just, can't seem to, get out of your head. But also he just dropped his highly anticipated mixtape, Wish Me Well 3. And I listened to the whole mixtape from start to finish. So I'd encourage anybody who's looking for great production, also with some meaning behind the lyrics in a street way, but still I'm gonna let my soul bleed and talk to you about things I probably shouldn't even be talking to the public about musically. But I appreciate him for giving us the raw, authentic him. So definitely that's two tapes, 2 albums that are worth a listen. YFN Lucci, History, Lost Pages, that's 1. And then the highly anticipated Wish Me Well 3. Some artists that I would like to highlight that probably would go unnoticed as well is an artist from Alabama, No Cap. No, I'm not saying that I'm not capping. That is actually this man's name. No Cap. I mean, he should be a household name by now if you know and keep up with music. He has the punch bar, ceiling, and talent of a Drought 3 Wayne. Hold on, before you crucify me, I believe the No Cap stands and people who know music would actually attest and agree with me in the comments if they do view this. The guy's wordplay is off the charts. It's out of this world. And the album that he recently dropped is called Still Human. And it's a play on words even within the album name. It's literally still, S-T-E-E-L, human, as if he's hard-bodied, but, still human, as if, like, I'm still human, too. I'm not a product of my circumstances and my environment. I'm still human, even though I went through these hard things. So you can see, like, where he's making the connection and the metaphorical analogy of, the whole album title. But that's another album that I've listened to from start to finish that I think is an underrated body of work, man. So shout out to YFN Lucci and No Cap for shit show.
Y'all niggas came with the shit. So I think I got somebody for y'all, I guess, unmentionables. I'm going to go with, I don't know if y'all ever heard of Forgiano, but I fuck with him.
Fugiano from 1017, new 1017?
Yeah, I fuck with
Baby,
him.
Mama ain't shit. Hey, she
Bro,
gonna let me see my son. Hey,
bro, that nigga be on 10, dog.
Better run.
Hey, Fujiano be hitting, bro. I like
that. Oh, my boy, he in the A, so you gotta know about Fuji.
So, I'm gonna go with, because the question was, or what was presented to me, America, was album of the year, and then these niggas just went into this whole little catalog, motherfucker.
Exactly, Sedataious.
That was started that shit. He the one was talking about how underground artists, new artists on the rise.
So I was like,
artists is
we
already
do it
up,
all,
right?
man. We cover it all,
excuse me,
man.
America, if I'm not as prepared as the two professors before me, excuse me, America.
It is you.
But who I really felt like had album of the year, for my taste, and I like lyrics and I like hard shit. So as far as lyrics and who put out the hardest shit, I was gonna say Nas, but I think Busta took it this year. I think Extinction Level Event 2 was like bananas. I don't think that there's a rap album in 2020 that you can put up against that album. I mean, you can try, DM me if you want and say, hey, I think this album, and we'll get on Zoom and we'll play song for song.
No cap, bro.
You think his album?
Like that. Lyrically, bro, if you listen to, if you're not in tune with the culture and just like, I won't even say black culture, but like just that too, but like just culture in general. He makes a lot of sports references, a lot of, relatable cartoon references, and just a lot of cultural references that you wouldn't probably get off the rip unless somebody pointed it out to you and then explained it, which is also, I feel like, a testament to someone's genius, right? If you can listen to a song 100 times and on that 101st time, you receive something new out of the message, I believe that's a testament in how, like, wow, like, man, I didn't catch that the first time. Like, dude really said something. Not to cut you off, Hobby.
No, you good. I just feel like ELE, it came with that grown man, like what we're going through and the times today, along with that boss up, like get money and put your niggas on, and it was providing for baby daddies and baby mamas who having their situation. Like it touched on that. The album touched on a lot, and it was like he brought some classic Buster with it too. So. And Kid Cudi shit went hard too, and Big Sean shit.
Yeah, I try not to name nobody too mainstream because I'm like, yeah, that was gonna be some popular opinions, so I kind of went off script. I like that pick though, bro. Busta, I definitely got that.
Yeah, Man on the Moon 3 would have been a great album to talk about, but
it ain't top of the year.
It ain't.
Yeah, you ain't really been able to live with that album.